My name is Arjen Schoneveld. I am from Dexels, and Dexels is one of the partners in the Monica project, and we are within Monica responsible for supplying wearable technology basically. I'm here because we want to show the other people what we have been developing thus far within the Monica project. This is a device that's used by people who are doing the security on large events. One of the purposes is that the people who are responsible for the overall security can see where the security people are located at the event. So for example, if you look at the screen, you can see this device depicted as a dot on the screen. So if I move this device, you can see it moving on the screen. See, if I move to here, so it's real-time tracking of this device with a very accurate precision. So the precision is, let's say, less than 50 centimeters. So what you can do with this, so let's say you're a security guard and you're wandering around the event, and at a certain point you can see, let's say, a fighting incident, for example, and you're just by yourself and you can't handle the fighting incident by yourself. You can use this device to ask for assistance from your colleagues. So by pressing a button on the device, it will show a message, do you require assistance? Then I say, yes, I require assistance. And then my colleague, Francesco, has received my assistance request and he can come help me. So on my arm, it's another type of wearable. It's also an IoT device. It's an IoT device that's not used for the security staff, but it's used for the people who are attending the event, for the visitors. You can use it to enter the event. So it has a way of going through the entrance. You can use it to pay your drinks or your food at the event. It has two LEDs. So when you're going to, let's say, a music event, the light show is always a very important part of a music event. So people can become part of the light show. So they become part of, let's say, a canvas. So the people become the canvas. And the people who are operating the light can actually control the lights of the people who are wearing the wristbands. Anonymously, which is very important, anonymously.
To protect privacy?
Yeah, to protect privacy, to anonymously track people at the event. So we can produce so-called heat maps of the event. So people who are responsible for the safety and the security at an event can check if there are certain places where it becomes too busy. And when it becomes too busy, they can use crowd control measurements. For example, they can try to redirect people to different locations such that the place will be safer for people.
Hello, I'm Kaisa Sibelius. I come from Helsinki, from Forum Virum Helsinki, which is a digital agent or digital company for the city of Helsinki. We are owned by the city. Well, we're participating on a synchronicity project and we are going to launch our open call here. And we are looking for new solutions, IoT-based solutions from the SMEs. Helsinki is interested in all kinds of new solutions and Helsinki wants to be the most functional city in the world, and IoT is one part of that, and also open data is one of our main things that Helsinki likes to give opportunity for the companies to use it in their business. Well, one new service will be launched soon in Helsinki. There is going to be maybe one of the first public transportation roads, which is based on the autonomous buses and which use the GPS data, sensors and map data, and they are combining together and have a new way to move inside the city. Ecosystem is growing. It's not yet very big, but there is some companies, and now in this open call we are looking for the new companies from Finland or from abroad, from other countries, and getting ideas and offering city as a platform for the companies to pilot and test their services in real environment and with the real customers or real end users.
My name is Paulo Calçada. I am the CEO of Porto Digital.
Porto Digital is a non-profit association owned by the municipality of Porto and the University of Porto, and is responsible for developing our smart cities and all the innovation strategy in the city of Porto. And we are also coordinating the participation of the city of Porto in the Synchronicity project, which is a large-scale pilot for smart cities. Well, for us it's important to be here, especially representing the Synchronicity project, to be part of this large community. It's important to share the work that we are doing and obviously to learn with others that are working on this field. Well, the city of Porto is been investing in the ICT infrastructure, in the digital transformation of the city in the last 10 years. We are investing a huge amount of funds on creating our own fiber optical network. We are managing the fiber optical network, we are managing the sensing infrastructure, and well, for us, continuing investing in the sensing infrastructure is key for pushing the development of this digitalization, the digital strategy that we are planning to deploy. It's a kind of a chicken and egg problem. In our view, the key benefits of investing all this time and funds in developing this strategy is to be able to, on top of data, to start developing new policies, and at the same time to validate and to validate the impact of the actions that we are developing. We believe that by having all this sensing infrastructure, all this IoT infrastructure, will be key for the future to be able to develop these data-driven decisions, and at the same time to really demonstrate and to showcase to our citizens that the technology is on their side. Europe is being able to lead on the research, is being able to lead on the deployment of large-scale pilots. Definitely Europe is leading there. What is missing in our view is the capacity to transform all this knowledge, to transform all this work that's being done on really business opportunities. That's where the open calls that are being now pushed by the European Commission, and especially by projects like Synchronicity, have an important role. Okay, by linking all these challenges on first hand, by linking all the investment that is being done on these IoT infrastructures with the challenges that citizens are living, and at the same time the capacity that the entrepreneurship and all the entrepreneurs that Europe has to create value on top of this. Okay.
I am Jarmo Eskelinen, Chief Innovation and Technology Officer of the Future Cities Catapult from London, UK. Well, we work in the domain of future cities, trying to make our cities better and grow businesses on the side, and the Internet of Things is one of the core technology areas for new urban solutions. So we have worked in the Olympic Park in London with Intel, using the park as a living lab. And one of the things we did there last year was to use sensors to monitor bats. And the reason for that is that the bats is a very strong indication of biodiversity in a city. So it was actually a very concrete way to measure the state of the environment in the Olympic Park, because the more variety of bats you have, the better the park and the nature. One of the things we are working with both in London and in the context of the Synchronicity project, which is one of the large-scale pilots, is the concept of high-resolution air quality monitoring. Okay. So how can we measure air quality much better to the level of few meters in the urban surroundings, and how can we translate that information to, for example, very specific route mapping for people with, for example, respiratory problems, that they can have a route mapping based on air quality, of a healthy air route to the city. Cities are full of old legacy systems which are inefficient and need sort of upgrading. For example, our water systems tend to leak millions of liters of water in the ground, which is costly and also damages the city. And with IoT we can measure such problems and prevent them in advance, and therefore sort of saving in future investment of completely rebuilding systems.
Sure, my name is Nathan Pearce. I'm the Programme Director of Sharing Cities, which is a European Horizon 2020 project, and I work for the Greater London Authority in the UK. And also I'm here out of interest because Sharing Cities is a smart city and IoT project, so all of this is relevant to me today. We're doing a lot with smart lampposts and smart street furniture. And obviously that's very much kind of Internet of Things, it's the connectivity, it's everything that you can do with a lamppost that isn't lighting. So that's the key bit for us. And the project that we're doing at the moment through Sharing Cities and at a European level is we're exploring how we can come together as multiple cities to purchase smart lighting together and hopefully start to drive down the costs. And that's really important because at the moment the ideas behind smart lighting and the Internet of Things through a smart lamppost is quite young, and so for a city it's quite risky to adopt this technology. For me, from a city point of view, the really important thing about IoT is being able to drive efficiency in public life. So it's about making things quicker, smarter, cheaper, more affordable, both for the city governments who have to solve the challenges that cities face, and also for the citizens who live there. So for me, it's about efficiency and it's about sustainability as well. I think it's very challenging for Europe. You obviously have a huge IoT marketplace in America. China are doing a lot in this area and their cities are accelerating, particularly in terms of smart technology. And you have India, who is investing a large amount of money into smart technology and the Internet of Things. But Europe has that competitive edge because we are really driving change in our cities and we're really doing a lot about how we work together to share this information.
It's a huge opportunity.
New services.
Connectivity.
The future.
Collaboration.
Connectivity and ordinary devices.
Future.
Jazz jam.
Connectivity, I think.
Efficiency.
Relationships with a raisonnée agriculture.
Efficiency.
Scale.
Interoperability. It's the changing nature of the things.
Dortmund, this is my hometown.
Voilà, il y a le team mobile car.